Hey Scorpio, welcome. I'm doing a who are they reading, which is basically a who's coming towards you. It's spring, mid-March. Why not, right? Kind of a disclaimer, quote unquote. Just did a couple signs right before you. There weren't that many love messages per se, like a romantic partner walking into the other signs. At least their readings. So hopefully you're going to be open to whatever comes out here for you, and that it'll be valuable to you. So let's start with a keyword. I am waiting for pop-outs, so be patient. Please be patient. Two cards, Dalmatian and Turn. Okay. Dalmatian, the little story is because I used to have, when I was a very, very young kid, we had Dalmatian dogs. So I'm not sure why I wrote that word, but I felt I needed to include that word in my deck. It's a deck that I made, of course. Dalmatian, I'm gonna reserve sort of saying anything on it because it's kind of a off the wall keyword, and is not easily associated with, you know, I'll need more like on the tarot and see if it actually applies, right? But just to give you a little something on this word, when I wrote it, so we had a Dalmatian that had 10 puppies. So that was like 11 Dalmatians in the house. You put a 0 in between and that's like 101 Dalmatians, right? So it might refer to the story. It might refer to something in the story for you. We also have the word turn. So we'll see how that applies. We'll see what that means. There's a big pile that came out. I usually take the cards, even if it's a big pile, but I didn't feel this one. I have to be frank. I'm gonna just take a moment of silence and shuffle and draw in silence if you don't mind. There were two cards that wanted to come out and then some more flipped. Okay, the ones I wanted to come out are these 4 of coins in reverse with the King of Wands, and the 2 that flipped are the Sun and the Hangman in reverse. Well, the turn for me is here right off the bat, even before looking at anything else. You know, the whole Hangman card is about being upside down, putting yourself in reverse, right? Whether in reverse you backtrack or whether you flip yourself on your head, right? This is something about changing your perspective is really what's important. Taking a new direction, looking at things differently, really like seeing what's behind it somehow, you know, like not taking everything for face value, at face value. I'm hearing you need to wake up, and I also say that because the sun is in reverse, so, you know, usually the sun rises, this is when you would wake. So you haven't really fully awoken. Maybe you need to fully wake up, fully become aware. But I feel you're doing that. I think you're able to see beyond because of that awakening, or that new budding of an awakening, right? This newly, you're still awakening, so you're starting to see more things. And we also, this is being reinforced by the fact that you're opening up. I think it has to do with opening up your solar chakra, like really, really. And we also see this because this is a fire sign energy. So this was probably like this chakra on this person, this very fiery energy, a passionate person, which now, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's no negative connotation that I'm going to attach here. I'm not saying that, please don't think that I'm saying that this person is a dog. I really, it's just that this word stands out, and I feel that this person stands out. So I really, please, I'm insisting. There's no, I'm not saying any insult here. Please believe me. Anyway, Dalmatian, you know, it's being spotted black and white. It could be something that you feel is dual. It could be mixed, in the sense that you could also perceive things, symbols like yin and yang, right? So like the white portion with the black dot and the black portion. But I mean, obviously Dalmatians are white with black dots. So maybe referring more to the yin energy, which would be different from, this is a very yang energy, masculine, but maybe there's a lot of feminine in this person. Or maybe what's being emphasized is the fact, since the sun is in reverse, to maybe go towards what the yin energy is. This is very yin as well. So something about active, passive, moving from masculine to feminine, and or just really balancing out both masculine and feminine, essentially. So because the Dalmatian holds both the black and the white. And maybe that's part of the awakening, integrating really both sides of those energies for yourself, and always remembering that there's always a little bit of masculine energy, that there's a black dot within the yin energies, and vice versa for the yang energy. There's a yin, there's a white dot inside of the yang energy. But mostly this reading speaks of awakening and fully opening up your solar plexus. That's really, really important. The other thing is, by opening up your solar chakra, you're really tapping into your essence. Your unicity, your uniqueness. What also so what separates you from the rest, but I mean, not feeling separate, but what differentiate, I can't say it. Differentiate, you know what I mean, makes you different. Sorry. I'm stumbling on the word. You know, the turn energy is strange. I mean, maybe there's something that, obviously it's the shift, right? I mentioned the hangman and everything, so change of perspective and everything, but I also see like turn as in, I can just imagine like the energy, the movement, and I'm seeing something circular, so that turns, that spins like a vortex, which is really what a chakra is, like a little funnel, and it's almost like it's a tourbillon. It's a very it's like a spiral energy. This is what I'm seeing. I'm trying to see if I can really make any more comments on Dalmatian. I don't think so. That one's hard to decipher. Even if I wrote the word, what was I thinking? Let's get some guidance. So yours ended up being not so much a love reading again. I'm glad I warned you at the beginning, but at the same time, so I feel this is your energy, that this is what you're doing mainly right now in spring. But you could be attracting someone like that. That could be what they're going through, and then you meet someone and this is how they are. But I am sensing this to be more your energy. So in terms of solar plexus activation, there's something very personal that you need to create in terms of making your mark, I feel. 2 cards want to come out. I really felt them wanting to come out. So let's read. One says protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. And then Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? So protection for me, I'm gonna focus more on call back your power, which is like really the solar energy, your essence, your core, like your mission on earth almost, because especially in a natal chart, astrological natal chart, the sun is it's who you are, but it's also who you become, who you are becoming, I should say. And it points to ultimately why you are here. Maybe it's not the only planet that gives you indications of the sort, but it does speak of something very unique to you in that regard. So it's quite important. So you need to protect that. You need to protect what is actually really yours. What makes you powerful, quote unquote, in terms of being unique and being able to radiate and just, like, actually the mark on the world is what it is that you do. There's something very important about doing, creating. All of this fire and solar energy are omnipresent here. And I feel you need the turn energy is change of perspective, of course, the openness that we see here, and maybe the sun in reverse, something about making sure that you open up, but that you also work on making sure that the flow of that energy is ongoing, working really hard at keeping that going. Maybe because we have a masculine card here and we have the yin energy on the Dalmatian, maybe you're invited to work more with your feminine side. So that's one thing. And then where you're being called to journey to is knowing all of this, everything we've discussed now. Where is it you feel that you need to be and become? What you're becoming is the journey. So I almost want to tell you, go back to your natal chart. Of course, you know your sun sign. It's the first thing that we know or that we learn in astrology would be the sun sign. But maybe look specifically at the house, obviously the sign, but the aspects in your natal chart, especially to the nodes. I think it would be really revealing in terms of where you're headed and or where you need to be headed, maybe. Anyways, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. You can comment, of course. I'd love to know what you think. You can like, share, subscribe. I'll see you soon.